From ashes to grace. Grace sat alone on the edge of her bed, staring at the empty room. The silence felt heavier than ever before. Just 3 years earlier, her life had seemed perfect. She had a promising career, a man she loved deeply, and friends who filled her days with laughter. Most importantly, she had a strong faith in God. But life changed suddenly. The company she had worked for over 7 years closed its doors, leaving her unemployed. She searched tirelessly for another job, but every interview ended with rejection. As financial pressure mounted, the man she had planned to marry told her he no longer saw a future with her. Heartbroken, she watched him walk away. The pain did not stop there. Friends she had trusted slowly disappeared from her life. Some stopped calling. Others avoided her when she needed support the most. One by one, the people she depended on seemed to vanish. Sitting in church one Sunday, Grace felt numb. She listened to the sermon but heard nothing. As she looked around, she wondered why God had allowed everything she loved to be taken away. That night, she prayed for what she believed would be the last time. God, she whispered through tears, I've trusted you all my life. But now I have nothing left. Where are you? Weeks turned into months. Grace stopped praying. She stopped attending church. Her Bible gathered dust on a shelf. Deep inside, she felt abandoned. One rainy afternoon, while walking home from another unsuccessful job interview, she noticed an elderly woman struggling to carry groceries. Though discouraged, Grace offered to help. The woman smiled warmly and invited her inside for tea. During their conversation, the elderly woman shared her own story of loss, losing her husband, her home, and nearly her faith. Yet she spoke of God's faithfulness with such peace that Grace was surprised. Before Grace left, the woman handed her a small note. Written on it were the words, God is closest when he seems farthest. That message stayed with her. That night, for the first time in many months, Grace opened her Bible. She didn't find instant answers. Her problems did not disappear overnight. But she began praying again, one day at a time. Slowly, things started to change. A former colleague called unexpectedly and told her about a job opening. Grace applied and was hired. The position was better than her previous one and offered opportunities she had never imagined. At work, she met people who genuinely cared about her. Real friendships began to grow, friendships built on honesty and support rather than convenience. A year later, at a community event, she met Daniel, a kind and patient man who respected her faith and understood her journey. Their relationship developed slowly, grounded in trust. Eventually, they married. One evening, Grace sat on the porch of her new home watching the sunset. She reflected on the years of pain, loss, and loneliness. She realized that while she had lost many things, those difficult seasons had shaped her into a stronger, wiser person. Looking up at the sky, she smiled and whispered a prayer. Thank you, God. I thought you had abandoned me, but you were carrying me through the storm. She finally understood that restoration does not always mean getting back what was lost. Sometimes it means receiving something greater, a renewed faith, a deeper purpose, and the strength to hope again.